Mornings with Jaresha is a radio show and podcast here to equip, empower, and elevate you to the next level by helping you win your mornings and win your day with inspiration and motivation so you can wake, slay, pray, and take action. Today is a fabulous day to be great, have great, and do great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. This show is for everyone from all walks of life who just simply want to feel empowered and motivated to take the next step. Now, let's get it, let's go. Mornings with Jaresha begins now.
Welcome, and welcome back to the Mornings with Jaresha show. It is another great morning. And I believe it's another great morning, another great opportunity for us to be able to win our morning and win our day with inspiration and motivation. And so let's just jump right in this morning on this wonderful cold morning. I don't know where you are in the world, but we got quite a bit of snow here, which is it's pretty to look at, but who really wants to drive in it, right? Yeah. So, and I hear we're supposed to get more snow, but it's the season. It is the time. It is the season for snow, cold weather. So I hope this morning, as I'm drinking on my coffee, you are staying warm wherever you are, or maybe it's just naturally warm where you're at. But I hope that you're enjoying your wonderful morning like how I am. So typically on the show, we jump right into the breakfast breakdown. And that's what we're going to do. So today's breakfast breakdown is all about me sharing things that I'm loving, learning, and feeling empowered about. And today I'm always loving and learning. And there's so many things. So I always invite you to actually do your own morning breakfast breakdown too, because it's a good time to reflect. It's a good time to really think about the things that you're loving. And so one of the tools that I just have been loving for quite some time now, and I believe I've talked about this tool on here as well, is the Todoist app.
Hey there, busy professionals and small business owners. Are you struggling to keep track of your tasks and projects? Do you find it challenging to stay organized and focused with all the chaos of daily responsibilities? Well, we've got just the solution for you, Todoist. Todoist is a powerful to-do list and task manager designed to help professionals and small businesses like yours streamline their tasks, projects, and so much more. Imagine having all your tasks and projects neatly organized in one place, easily accessible whenever you need them. With Todoist, you can boost your personal and team productivity, enhancing your efficiency and focus throughout the day. I personally use Todoist every single day, and it has revolutionized the way I manage my work and stay on top of my priorities. If you're looking for a tool that will genuinely help you get organized and stay focused, Todoist is your answer. But don't just take my word for it. Try it out for yourself and experience the difference. The link to try Todoist is in the show notes. Trust me, you won't regret it. So what are you waiting for? Click that link in the show notes and start your journey towards unparalleled productivity today. That's Todoist, where your to-do list becomes a done list.
Now, I've used this app for years. I think that I started using this app even like when they first launched it. I don't know how I found out about it, but I'm happy that I did. I've been using this tool in pretty much exactly what it says in the name, Todoist. It is all about helping you keep track of your to-do task. And it just helps, it just really just gives it a flow, helps you stay focused. And over the years, I have subscribed to several YouTubers that utilize the Todoist app as well, and subscribing to them the reason why is because they actually set up their to-do list in a way that is really functional for them. So I can't think of the guy's name right now. I'll mention it on another episode, but he he set up his to-do list in a way that I was like, okay, he gets me. This is exactly what I need. And so it just allows me to really look at my today, objectives, what's my focus for today, and then also put the task in. So it's an app. You can, go in and put in all your to-do list, whether you're on the go, whether you're in front of your computer, it just works. It's very easy, y'all. So I'm absolutely loving this, and I've been loving it for for years now. So much that I feel like I have to keep sharing with you all, just because it is such a great tool. Such a great tool. So if you're not familiar, check it out. Go on YouTube, look it up, do your research. You can actually um, click on the link in the show notes, and it will take you directly to Todoist as well. But it's a really great tool. It's a great tool if you really want to stay focused, if you really want to get organized this year, and it's a great tool for that. So check it out, and let me know what you think. So one of the things that I'm really learning right now, and a part of my Boss CEO community, we are doing a book club, and the book club is, something that we do every single month. This is fairly new, just like the Boss CEO community is new as well. And I am in the book called Power Moves by Sarah Jakes, and I'm really loving. I'm loving it. I really do. Like, it's a really great book, and I don't want to go into too many details about the book, besides the fact that I absolutely love it. It's a really, really, really great book. I would absolutely encourage each and every one of you, if you have not read the book, to get it, read it. I mean, join, you could even get the book, join our book club, because, we're still having that. But this book is really good. And so at the end of every chapter, there is a section that she calls Flip the Switch. And it's really where she guides you towards, instant application, um, through really marinating on the topic, really taking action, and it's a prayer section. So this is a really great, I feel like it's a great book to kind of kick off the year. And so I'm really learning some really great things. It's a huge reminder of how important it is to ignite your confidence and really become a force. And so that's why it's called Power Moves. Absolutely love it. So if you haven't heard of it, check it out. I normally listen to books on Audible, but I said I was going to get the book, and so this book really, I can't wait to actually share some more insights from this. But check it out. It's really, really a great book. And so far, I feel like, I'm one that goes to my books and take notes and highlight and all of that. And it's a good book if you can pick up my book and you see all of that within the book. So it's really a great book. Make sure you check it out. So something that is making me feel empowered today. My goodness, I feel like so many things make me feel empowered, but this empowered thing it's always been my jam. Like, it's always been my thing. It's always been my thing to be the one that's empowering others. But I'll tell you, and I think I spoke about this. I know I spoke about this on the show before, but what is really making me feel empowered is my planner. So I got this planner. For those of you that don't know, I'm actually a part of another community of entrepreneurs called the Female Entrepreneur Association. It's a really, really great group community. If you are an entrepreneur, an emerging entrepreneur, thinking about, if you're doing anything as far as business, whether you're just starting, thinking about starting a business, or have been in, an entrepreneur for years, it's a really great, community. So the community is ran by, or was started by Carrie Green. She's actually in the UK, and it's an amazing community. I've been a part of it. Again, this is one of those things that I've been a part of, I think, since it first launched. And so I'm really feeling empowered, not just about the community, but she has a planner. And the first year that she launched her planner, I actually got the planner. And for whatever reason, I just think I had too much. Like when I tell you I was overwhelmed by how many planners that I had then. Since then, I don't use a whole bunch of different planners. Although if that's your thing, hey, that's your thing. Now I have this planner, and it is her planner, which she made some changes to it. It's smaller than what it used to be. And so I'm really loving, I'm, learning and I'm feeling empowered about this planner. So this planner there, I think it comes in a few different colors. I got the pink, of course, and I'm really just loving it. It's really a great, pretty amazing, pretty amazing planner. And it's, again, with anything with that, whatever you utilize, it's all in you actually utilizing the tool, so making sure it's going to work for you. What works for me may not work for you. So but this is, it's a great planner. And so far I have been really excited to get in my planner each and every day. And for many of us, that can be a thing, like, to where you struggle with getting inside of your planner and doing the things and making sure you're staying focused and organized and focused on your to-do list and everything else. And so for me, this planner helps me along with that to-do list to really stay focused and get things done. So again, check it out. Check out our planner. If you're looking for a planner, for me, that starts, months before the end of the year. And so I purchased this planner, really was excited about utilizing it again. And so far, so good. So speaking of planner and planning, I want to just jump right in because I'm super excited about what I want to talk to you about today. So if you have not, again, done your own breakfast breakdown, do your breakfast breakdown. What is it that you're loving, learning, and what's making you feel empowered? When I tell you, this absolutely just blesses me. And whether it's, whether I'm on the pod or just simply just thinking about this on the weekends and everything else, it's really a great thing to have to reflect on, on those things that you really enjoy. And really, it's just a matter of the gratitude too. So today, as I'm talking about, planning and all of this stuff, I really wanted to speak again because of the fact that we're, new year and everything's new month and all of that too. I wanted to talk about the morning routines and how the morning routines really set us up for success. And so how we start our day really makes a difference. So much so that when this podcast starts, I'm talking about how important it is for us to win our morning and win our day. And if you don't know this by now, then, I hope that you're ready with your notebook in hand, because you definitely need to be, really just doing some things different. And that's one of the key things that we're really going to be focused on for this year, is how can you do things different? How can you really walk into, you crushing it, you having your desired outcome, your desired reality, if you're not willing to do things different? So, morning routines for success. I feel like I've been preaching to the choir. I have been preaching this thing for so many years, and probably since I came across Hal Elrod's book. Um, my goodness, I can't even, what it, the, oh, for some reason, it just like slipped me why I can't think of what the name of his book is, but it'll come back to me. But so I have been, really kind of focused on this thing for several years, just because I really feel like it's so important for, for us to have a good, uh, a good routine. So Hal Elrod's book, it just came back to me, is the Miracle Morning. And when I first picked up this book, and mind you, I'm going to give you several different book titles just because these are things that have really kind of helped me, empowered me. And, whether you pick them up, whether you read them, but just know that this has been an amazing resource for me over the years. And so this is what kind of kicked me into recognizing that I have to have a morning routine for success, because how you start your day makes a difference. You need to start your day with purpose. And so that's what we're going to really talk about. How can you be intentional about really starting your day each and every day, because your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. So whether you realize it or not, the first moment you spend after waking up really holds that immense power. So they can really determine whether your day is productive and purposeful, or really scattered or unproductive. And so on today's pod, I really wanted to go into this a little bit deeper. So I wanted to explore why morning routines really matter, and what are those key components of a successful morning routine, and probably most importantly, how you can create a routine that feels personal and inspiring to you. And because I really want you to be able to own your mornings, right? Own your morning so you can really set yourself on the path to achieving your goals this year. And that makes a difference. That makes a huge difference. So, why do morning routines matter? So, when you think about that, why do you think morning routines matter? I feel like this has just been over the years, morning routines. um I feel like we talk about how we need to have a good morning routine. We watch YouTube videos, but we don't realize that they're really the foundation for success. So there is quite a bit of research that shows that the most accomplished individuals, so those millionaires, billionaires, and whether they're CEOs, athletes, they often credit their success to these consistent habits that begin as soon as they wake up in the morning. And so these routines really create a sense of stability. It builds momentum, and it really sets the stage for that intentional living. And so there is a quote that says, "Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." I love the fact that it rhymes. So early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. And so starting your day with structure. I'm going to say that again because, I get it. I know that, how we like to say that, oh, it's so hard sometimes. It's not. We're going to get rid of those excuses this year. You have to start your day with some kind of structure, because it's going to ensure that you are proactive, being proactive, that is, not reactive. I made that up. Be proactive instead of reactive. That's going to allow you to really focus on what truly matters, rather rather than getting caught up in the distractions. So on this show, I've talked about distractions so much, and how we have all these things that's coming at us. And then I also did a show. So if you haven't watched it. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. It is a show where I say you are the distraction, because you are. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but if you haven't listened to it, go back and check it out. But we when if you have a structure in place, then it allows you to really focus on the things that you truly need to focus on. So it allows us to be a little more intentional and not get caught up in all of these things, all of these um, you know eh, all of these distractions that it's already put in place for us, right? So a lot of things are already there for us. We just kind of go right into it instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to stay focused. This is what I'm going to do. And so if I was to look at what are the components of a successful morning routine, I'm going to tell you what I feel like would be included in this. And so understand, like I say, this is not a one size fits all. And I try to really speak that thing, because what works for me, what works for someone else may not work for you. However, what works for all of us is having some kind of routine, whatever that looks like for you. So, some of the most successful routines will include some kind of gratitude practice. So, that is starting your day with With gratitude, it sets the tone. It sets the tone, whether you're looking at, like I mentioned, what are you loving? What are you learning? What are you feeling empowered? That breakfast breakdown. Maybe that's what you call your gratitude. Mine is called the breakfast breakdown, where I'm really focused on the things that I'm enjoying, that I'm learning, loving, and feeling empowered about. And so that's where you're going to write down the things and, write down the things that you're thankful for, that you're grateful for. And this practice really shifts your mindset to abundance rather than lack, which is so very powerful for starting your day. And so one of the other components is movement. Now, this is the one that a lot of us may struggle with first thing in the morning. Whether it's a, workout, yoga, some kind of movement, because you want your body to be energized. You want to really combat that sluggishness that many of us kind of struggle with, getting up, getting moving, getting out of bed, and all of that. And so I think it's Tony Robbins that says motion creates emotion. Motion creates emotion. And so keep that. I mean, like, think about that thing. How in the morning time, I mean, it doesn't have to be this hour-long workout. It could be 30 minutes of getting your body moving, getting up, getting moving. And if it has to start with 15 minutes, if you guys know, I've even seen like a 10-minute workout, and I've done them before. And I tell you, those 10 minutes, you feel like you're doing 30 minutes. But guess what? You have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And then one of the other components that's normally a part of these successful morning routines is mindful planning. So that's where you're going to take time out of your day to map out your day. And many of us already do this part. So we may do bits and pieces of it, but some of us really need to reevaluate and revise our routine. Because again, if you're feeling like, you know what, I'm still feeling a little discombobulated in the morning. This is like an every morning thing. Still feel like I need to, so things could be better. Then guess what? This is your sign to reevaluate and revise your own morning routine. So the mindful planning is another component. Just take 5 minutes. 5 minutes to map out your day. Prioritize what's most important. Really set those intentions, and understanding that a clear path keeps you focused and productive. Oh my goodness, when I tell you these, and that's just three components that I gave you. Certainly there are more things that you can add in there. And certainly there's more things that I have as a part of my morning routine, which I will mention here shortly. But those three components. And this is a good opportunity too, as I mentioned, the gratitude practice, having some kind of movement, and then mindful planning. If you don't have those in your current morning routine, guess what? You can add it. You can add it. This is a matter of owning your greatness, owning your goals, executing on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. And that means you are the boss and CEO, and you can make those changes. I like to say that you're the boss CEO of your life. So you get to make those changes. You get to do some things different. So again, let's just go back over that really quickly before I move forward. The gratitude, you want to have some kind of component of gratitude, movement, and then mindful planning in your morning routine, because it makes a difference. It makes a difference. But ultimately, I really want you to focus on understanding that you just have to just start with something. So maybe it means starting small for you. You don't need an hour long routine to really see results. You don't, it could be 10 to 15 minutes. So when I started with The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, it literally was breaking things down in like 10 to 15 minutes. That was it. Reading for 15 minutes. Like everything was 10 to 15 minutes. It wasn't like spending an hour reading, spending an hour exercising, spending an hour journaling. It was not, it was designed to where you could say, I did this for an hour. Got all these things done in an hour, and then it makes you feel so productive. Do you know how it feels to spend an hour and being productive and getting all of those things done, it really, again, it sets the tone for the rest of your day. We also want to make it personal. So again, what's going to work for me is not going to work for you. And what works for you may not work for me. But your routine should align with your goals, with your lifestyle. And, maybe you, like me, and you love coffee. Guess what? That is a part of my morning routine. I have to have my coffee each and every morning. But that is something that I enjoy. Maybe your beverage of choice is tea, or maybe you don't have coffee or anything in the morning. Maybe you like music and you want to be able to play a song or have a playlist that motivates you. Guess what? That is okay, because this is something that you get to make personal and, personalized to you. Ultimately.
Hey there, leaders and visionaries. Are you ready to elevate your game and unlock your maximum potential? I'm thrilled to introduce you to the Boss CEO Movement, a dynamic community crafted for leaders, motivators, and influencers just like you. Created by Jaresha Moore-Smith, this movement is your gateway to personal and professional transformation. So why join the Boss CEO Movement? Jaresha created this movement to unite individuals eager to invest in their growth and unleash their full potential. So if you want to join this community, you'll embark on a life-changing journey filled with growth and opportunity designed to boost your leadership and personal growth skills, ignite your motivation, and empower you to positively influence those around you. If you're ready to transform your life and lead with purpose, join the Boss CEO Movement, where leaders, motivators, and influencers come together to unlock their maximum potential. You'll engage in challenges, in an accountability, and so much more that will enhance your leadership abilities, boost your motivation, and expand your influence. As a member, you'll gain personal growth, elevate your leadership skills with insights and strategies, community support to connect and grow with like-minded individuals, motivation boosts to stay inspired with daily challenges and accountability, resource, access, and gain exclusive tools to help you reach your full potential, and influence expansion to learn, to empower, and inspire those around you. So don't miss the opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Visit the show notes and join the Boss CEO Movement today.
Ultimately, though, I want you to remember this. You have to be consistent. See, consistency is what's going to make the magic happen, right? It is going to make the magic happen. And so that's how you're going to see if you're doing, if you have said, okay, this is going to be my morning routine, I've written out everything, and then you do it for a day or two, and then you stop doing. No, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent, because the magic happens when your routines become non-negotiable, right? When it becomes a non-negotiable part of your day. Like it's just one of those things. And it's just one of those things. It's not about perfection, it's about being persistent. So the way you start your day determines how well you live your day. And your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. So we want to win the morning, win the day. Win the morning, win the day. So I mentioned that I was going to kind of go over a little bit of what my own morning routine looks like. And I'm going to give that to you really quickly. And then I want you to really jump in and get focused on what your own morning routine could look like. What are some of the components you can add for your own morning routine? Because I promise you, it will make a difference. And when I tell you, I have revised my own morning routine several times over the years. I've changed things, I've taken things out. When I tell you, I have revised it, because you have to do what works best for you. I started off with the miracle morning routine. And that is, really focused on doing the things that that I really keep within my, they call it miracle morning. But to be to be honest with you, I still have those very things in my miracle morning. And so I'm going to give you the key components of that miracle morning, because when I tell you, those things are still very much a part of what I do every single day. So, Hal Elrod, again, the miracle morning, that's the name of the book. And I think since then he's made some changes and revised. So there's an updated version of the miracle morning. And it talks about the practices of the miracle morning routine, and he calls it the life savers. So savers, SAVERS, and that is silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. So all of these things are still components of my, and I don't call it a miracle morning, but still components of my morning routine. And so silence, that's the meditation part for me. That is the prayer, that's my devotion. And again, however much time you spend on that, that is your choice. I think that within the book he has like 10 or 15 minutes. Affirmations, this is a huge part for me too. It kind of rolls in with my meditation, my devotion, my prayer, and all of that. Visualization, that is a part, again, with my meditation. Like, all of that to me is kind of lumped together for myself, but that is a part of my morning routine. Exercising, spending time getting up, moving, doing some kind of movement, walking, whatever that looks like for you. Reading. Now, I mentioned that Power Moves book by Sarah Jakes. I typically listen to my books on Audible, but I will go back and forth as far as whether I'm reading a book or whether I'm listening to the book. But reading, whether you're listening, that's still considered reading. And then scribing, journaling, what does it look like as far as you getting that, getting things out of your head and on paper? And so I still do this as well. I do that in conjunction with, with my planner. And when, I've set it up a little bit different from how I've done it in the past, but I still do this and enjoy doing this so very much. Planning is a part of that routine. So for me, my routine is not just an hour. It's about a couple of hours where all of that is kind of fit within there. And then also I have a routine where I have my routine for how I start my day as far as with my with business and work and all of that good stuff too. So again, the whole key thing to this is so that you can say, you know what, I have a morning routine, or I don't have a morning routine, and I really need to do some things different. I need to revise. I really need to see how I can make some changes to my own routine so that I can make sure I'm starting my day with purpose. That is what this episode is all about. I want you to really think about that thing. So I really want you to think about it. So often in my routine, it really requires you being consistent. It requires you not hitting the snooze button. And I've talked about that before too. And so, because if you really are focused on doing some things, it may require you to get up a little bit earlier. For me, that is a requirement. And that's going back to that non-negotiable. My routine is a non-negotiable part of my day. So I know that I'm up early in the morning now recording my podcast. I know that I'm going to have moments where I can reflect, where I can, have gratitude. I know that all of these habits are going to help me stay focused on my goals. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to pick one thing to add to your morning routine for tomorrow. Maybe that's a gratitude list. Maybe that's a 5-minute stretching. Maybe that is a priority check in. And I want you to pick it so you can see how it transforms your day. Can you do that? I know you can. I know you can, because this year we're doing things different. We're doing things different because ultimately we want to be able to execute on our goals, our dreams, and walk into our purpose. So, with that being said, I know you got this. I know you can do it. I know you can do it because I did it. And sometimes it starts with taking something, just one thing at a time. So I know mornings it can be hard. Trust me, I get it, because I know how tempting it is to roll over, hit the snooze, and wait for the day to come to you. But let me tell you something. The day isn't waiting. The day isn't waiting for you. Success isn't going to wait for you. If you want to win, You have to take control. You have to decide right here, right now, that you are going to own your mornings. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up for you. Because if you don't show up for yourself, who will? So stop letting life dictate your schedule. Stop letting excuses keep you in bed. Get up, write down those goals, move your body, and set the tone for greatness. See, success isn't some distant dream. It's built in the small, consistent choices that you make each and every day. I said, you got this, but you've got to commit. So tomorrow morning, when that alarm clock rings, when your phone goes off, get up, show up, and don't just wake up, rise up. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We have to get our head in the game. Let's make it happen. Start small. You want to be intentional and watch how your mornings transform your life. I need you to know that it all starts with you. It all starts with you. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to execute on your goals, your dreams, and walk into your purpose. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you for listening to the Mornings with Jaresha show. Follow me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Jaresha Moore. Email Jaresha at empoweredonpurpose.com and text 937-938-6373. And have a great day on purpose.